Discuss and consider requests from social services for funding to move their agency office. Ms. Tammy Wilson.
Hello. I think we submitted a letter requesting funds to move our agency. There was also an analysis of the proposed facilities move, in addition to quotes as well as the lease for the property. We've been working on this trying to find space for about 3 years. This particular location for the last 14 months. The biggest issue at this point is I need to hire more people and I don't have room to put them. And we've got to have that space. So if you all have that, if you have any questions about the quotes or also the facilities move, it looks like we'll have a monthly savings overall of about $1,500 by moving to this location. There's some initial upfront costs, obviously, for new furnishings and things that have to be addressed. And that's the biggest request.
The hard numbers. The lease would be capped at $5,000 per month.
Yes, and that includes insurance, utilities, custodians. It's all inclusive, as well as maintenance on the building.
And social services is strange because it's a conglomeration of funding from every area. You got state, federal, local,
Right.
county, and city. Correct.
Correct.
What's the total cost on this?
So the total cost to get into the new building is $240,500. And then the state would reimburse 35% of that. So it would be, the localities would need to share $156,325. And so Covington City would be responsible for about 27 to 30%, and then the county about 70.
73.
Yeah.
Have you approached?
So the building you're in now, you're saying is not big enough?
The space that we have that's available for us to use is not big enough, that's correct.
And we met with a subcommittee, and you never came back and gave us the information from that subcommittee.
I wasn't aware of any other meetings.
We had a meeting in here with Covington City,
Right.
Suzanne, myself, B.B. Bryant, Alan Dressler, you all. Was there a meeting after that?
Not that I know
Okay,
of.
I didn't.
And we were supposed to have,
We sent several emails back with the information we had prior to this, yes.
so we were waiting on that. This is a shocker.
I believe we sent emails prior to that.
Have you approached the city yet about their portion?
No, they're next week.
Most of the cost is related to upfit for furniture and what you need to get in the building, IT, putting in the infrastructure.
Furniture is the biggest piece because it's that the rooms are much larger and we don't have individual offices. We have to go to cubicles, which are expensive. And then there's the IT piece of it and security.
But I reckon the extra cost that you're putting on the county is where I'm coming from. We strapped now for,
I understand.
and this is before we even get into the budget. We don't have that money in this budget. So I don't see us doing nothing with this till July. But we'd have to go through the process of appropriating money, and where are you gonna get it?
And you need to talk to our partner in this thing too. It's
Yeah, that's because it is a group funding.
good bit for them too.
And then that's why we all met. I know you would like to get an answer this evening. I know things are riding time-wise, but I think that we would probably need some time to digest the numbers. This is the first that a lot of us have seen them. We talked about numbers earlier, but I don't think anybody else has had time to look it over. I know you were thinking about doing a lease starting March, but
We were hoping for March. We knew how realistic it was.
it wasn't in stone. I mean, we.
No,
could move-
no
okay.
lease has been signed, there's nothing, that was what they were hoping for, what we were hoping for.
Can we put it as an action item for next month? Would that be okay?
That's fine with me.
And we'll have some time to talk
We
about
have to
as a
talk to the
group.
city.
Yeah, and it takes city, it takes group participation. So,
Absolutely.
Now that the board members are aware of it and have the numbers in front of them, if it would be okay, if we could move that to next month, where we can discuss and get, it's a lot of moving parts.
Right, exactly. Yeah,
And
there's
it's a lot,
people
it's a lot of
involved.
expenditure, so we want to just make sure everybody's on board.
Absolutely, funds are coming from different places, and we understand that.
I just want, can I make a comment?
Yes, ma'am?
I just want to say that, I've been in favor of a move for you guys for a long time, just trying to find the right place. And this is, because I just skimmed through this because I got it today. This is still the Christ United Methodist?
It is, that's correct.
Okay. So I'm definitely, think it's worth looking into. And of course, it always comes down to that money piece, unfortunately. But I know that y'all have had a lot of instances up there. I've seen, where people, like in the summer, different times, snakes. And I'm going to tell you what, I'd probably have already given my resignation if I had to not know what I was going to go to a building for.
Right.
So I definitely, support, and you definitely need a different move.
And that certainly affects the morale of the employees.
Yeah.
To have those things going on. But again, the biggest issue, we've addressed that in the past, and we're not going to dwell on it, but the biggest issue for us at this point is I need to hire more people, and I have nowhere to put them.
Definitely.
And the obligations with DSS have grown and grown and grown.
Absolutely.
Now, is it, Tammy, is the building ready? Like, so if we have the meeting, everything's agreed upon, is the building, other than what you need to do, your furnishing and stuff like that, is the rest of is the building itself ready to move in?
Yeah, and our board has toured that building. There was one room they are replacing the carpet in right now. So everything else is just things that we have to put in there.
And where would it be located? Because I'm very familiar with Christ United Methodist in there. So where exactly in there would it be located?
We would be on the new side of the building.
Okay.
Yeah, not on the sanctuary side.
Okay.
And there's another group going into the basement area. I think we have one storage space in our food pantry. We're going to combine those with this other agency. But we're on the new side that looks more like an office space for us.
And I want to say, to me, just something is that, so I'm very familiar with this because of the United Methodist and with the Embrace Society.
Correct, that's who's
And
going
they
there.
have one in Waynesboro.
Correct,
And
yes.
this is sort of like a one-stop to where when someone comes and they need to see DSS, there's other things there they can do, the food pantry, many other things. And this has been very, very successful in Waynesboro.
Correct.
With it. So I know that when I was asked about it through the Methodist, I thought it was a wonderful idea. And like we discussed as well, I did with Dave, it comes down to the money. It really comes down to the money piece of it. But I support you in it.
Thank you.
And just, I'm just one person, so,
Yeah.
but I
Well,
definitely
it's a difficulty
support you.
finding a large enough space for our staff in this area, because we have been looking truly for 3 years, and this kind of fell into our laps a little bit, so.
And also that where it's located is wonderful, because even though where you're at, up across the bridge, sometimes it's difficult, but I do believe that the people that you're going to be seeing, and that's an ideal location.
Yes, it puts us a
It's
block from
very
the
ideal
CSB,
location.
from safe homes, and so there's
Exactly.
that traffic already going through there. It'd be very helpful to those people,
Definitely.
for sure. Yeah.
Ample parking.
Yes.
Oh, definitely good parking.
Good parking, also
Yes.
something we don't have enough of, so.
I remember in that meeting, the city had a question, was that going to be back into the tax base and not part of the church anymore?
I talked to them if they were aware that was going to change that designation for them. They said they were. They had a similar building in Roanoke where they also had that same issue, and so they didn't seem to have a problem with it.
I think that's one of the things that the city needed, a piece of paper stating that.
You need a paper stating that?
The city did.
Okay.
It would
I wouldn't
become
look at
taxable
it.
real estate where a church isn't, is what
Right.
we had that conversation. And I think that was left with the city because of the way it was zoned, and they had to go back and
Did,
forth.
Did Dave come over and speak with us? Did they have did Dave and some of the other ones come over and have an appointment and talk
Dave
with,
who?
I thought it was on for it.
I can't remember. I apologize on the last name.
They had to change it.
And, well,
From the
the
church?
district superintendent, did they?
Yeah, we had several people. We had a
Okay.
meeting there. There were a
Okay,
bunch of
'cause
people involved. Mhm.
I'd heard bits and pieces when we had our conference, and I knew that he had said something like that with the city. They wanted
I think
to
the
see
former
about that.
preacher is handling it now.
Okay.
He's going to be over the Embrace program.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go, we got a closed session.
Okay, well, if it's okay, we'll move this into next month and we'll get back.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for your patience and thank you for your presentation.